It is Sunday and exams are coming up, so I'm going to keep this video short and sweet for you guys. I'll show you guys my Nightmare Corridor and my Curse Realm teams. Disclaimer, I don't think either of my teams are very optimized, but I didn't spend too much time this week. So first of all, for the Nightmare Corridor, I'm not sure this is my final. Like for now, this is enough for top 200. But yeah, as you can see, I haven't spent any retries yet. So this is just what I got from my 10 free hits. And I might have to spend more in order to improve my time, because I should probably be sub 2 minutes. But yeah, that requires me to attack more. Anyways, so for the first team here, this is the Dragon Gwen Leica team. And here are the collections. Yeah, substats don't really matter. +2 here is pretty important. Just one of the +2 is pretty good. And then obviously for most people, you're going to merc a Dragon Gwyneth, and then they just have whatever they have, right? Second team, I'm using the Thalia team like everyone else. I'm not using the Edwin variant because that is much harder to get to work. I'm using Adrian instead, and along with the Blade Rich pet, and that's very consistent for me. As for the substat on the collections, here are the substats on my collections, and Palmer does not wear a collection, otherwise he is too strong. Next up, this is the Scarlet team. So for the Scarlet team, nothing really of note here. A +2 collection, Rowan collection in here somewhere is pretty good for the increased damage on Scarlet, and other than that, you stack full attack everywhere, and you're good to go. Next team, this is the Randall team. The Rim Randall, team. And again, just as everywhere else, you just stack full attack on the supports. If you have, I don't even have full attack for her. And then for Randall, I just gave him some attack, and that seems to be working out fine. 21 seconds seems to be fine. Next up, the Vika team. Again, same as always, just stack full attack everywhere. Rosaline follows Vika and give Vika a strong attack collection, and you're good to go. Last but not least, this is the Baden Trashia team. Trashia needs her engraving 30 for this to work. Trashia just wants attack. Baden wants the +1 effect, and then you just want to stack full attack everywhere else. And obviously you want erosion on Aurelia. Right, but as I said, this might not be enough for top 200. I'll check back in tomorrow, and I might have to do some retries to stay in the top 200. But for now, this is what I have. So, for the Curse Realm, there are 2 routes, and one of the routes are impossible, so it doesn't really help you guys that much. But for my best hit, I did use the Skyline trial previously in the week. Obviously, that's not available to anyone left. So instead of showing you guys my teams, well, I can quickly show you guys the teams that I used with Skyline. I think it's much better to show you guys the teams that I use without Skyline, since most people won't have Skyline available. And let's just find a decent hit. So as you can see, I did 146 here, and here's a hit of 144 without Skyline. So for the first team here, this is where if you have Awakened Antandra, you can free up Aurelia, and that will boost your Lucius team a lot. For me, I don't have Awakened Antandra, and I have to merc Gwyneth, so the first team ends up being this, which is still 30 billion damage team. Again, you want erosion here, +1 here, and then just I believe full attack all the way down, and some insight on Shuna. Next team, this is the Lucius team. So there are a bunch of things you can do with the Lucius team. I'm doing probably the worst of the things. If you have Aurelia, you want to slot her over Lucilla, and if you have Awakened Thorin, you want to put him in here, and if you have Skyline, you want to put him in here. But for me, don't have any of those 3 available, so I'm just using Lucilla in here. And then, of course, full or as much defense here, +1 here, full attack, full attack, full attack. And yeah, it's fairly RNG, it's not the best. Next up, Belinda. Speaking of fairly RNG, this team can hit 32 billion, I think is my PR. So yeah, I could definitely get like another 5 billion here if I was willing to do the RNG, but I'm not. So for this team, there's a slight note. You need Naruko to have the lowest HP to receive the Liberta link. For me, I removed her 2 pieces of gear, and then I also made sure her collection, well, it does have HP, right, but it doesn't have much HP, and I watched the fight, and she is the lowest HP throughout the fight. Belinda obviously just attack, full attack here, insight on Lavatune, and then, well, ideally full attack here. I'm just using a +2. This should probably be full attack realistically. Next up, Gwyneth team, slight RNG for me anyhow. It can hit like 25 26 rarely, but mostly 25. This was a pretty bad RNG round, as you can see. Again, SP on Lucilla. No, that's not Lucilla. On Sophia. And then away you go, basically. +1 here on Tamrus, +2 here. Gwyneth is whatever you merc. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Next up, the SEAL team. So for the SEAL team, I'm using Rem, and I'm using +2 of, or the +1 of this collection on Rem, just to have her stay alive slightly longer. And then I'm stacking inside everywhere else, except for Alna. She just wants some full HP, full attack, whatever. Not the best team. Last but not least, this team should probably do 31 billion damage realistically. But yeah, it's not doing that. Yeah, I can't be bothered to fix it. Anyways, here are the collections, right? Some inside here, +2 here. If you have a good one of the other type of ranger collection, it's probably better for Yorin. But for me, yeah, I don't have that, so I'm just using that here. Magic Pierce on Palmer and +2 on Leica. SP effect on Yorin. Right. I promised you short and sweet, and that is what you will get. And I'll see you guys. Well, I probably won't see you guys next week because that's pretty close to the exam. But the week after that one, I'm probably back again. So yeah. Also, happy holidays to those who celebrate.